Good day, everyone. How much change can you handle as an individual, as a family, as a community, as a city, as a province, as a country, as a state? How much change can you handle? And during the COVID 19 pandemic that started 2019, 2020, it really took off with worldwide lockdowns in most countries. um, you can see how much change people can actually handle. People can handle a massive amount of change. And the people in the world that control governments, that control the narrative, that control everything that we tolerate in the world, understand human psychology very well. The Committee of 300 or the Olympians or whatever you want to call them, those people understand human psychology. And my dad made this clear that when he met with these people in 1984 in Geneva, Switzerland, that they understand humans. They understand how much humans can tolerate. And they consider this with regards to time frames. And today I want to talk to you about 2025 to 2030. And soon I'll be giving a presentation on the massive changes that have taken place since 2020 up until this time or this year 2025, and talk about that. I'll be giving that presentation for the members first, and then it'll be made public, so you can look forward to that. But please do consider becoming a member, even a channel supporter. The community members have a meeting every Thursday evening at 8:30 for an hour, where we get together and we have a community chat. So the changes that have happened in a very short space of time have been massive. And now recently, many countries made a pledge to abide by the new World Health Organization Pandemic Treaty. And this treaty that has been set up, I still need to work through that treaty, and I'll do a live stream on that for the public. But what this means is that many countries will just be beholden to the World Health Organization, and famously, the United States have withdrawn from that completely. They didn't even vote. They didn't just abstain. They have said that they will withdraw from the World Health Organization completely. Many countries did abstain instead of a no vote. So everyone that was there that voted yes, including South Africa, the country that I come from. But this video is for people around the world. Because from 2025 to 2030, the changes will be amplified like most people have never experienced before. And the question is, can people keep up with these changes? And one of the biggest changes that will happen in this time is that things will be revealed that will shock your belief system. Things will be revealed that will not only shock your belief system, but the very core of your foundation. Everything you've been taught by your parents, by the school system, by the government, by the mainstream media, will be upturned. And this is important for a one world order to be created. And this is what many people do not understand. They think that so many organizations out there in the world, like the Freemasons, organizations within the Roman Catholic Church, like Pope Francis, there was part of an organization that many people say run the world. This is just simply not true. These are auxiliary organizations. The Committee of 300 and the families that run that organization control everything, every narrative in the world, every political system in the world, manipulate every political leader in the world. And this is why, especially in South Africa, which is a key part of the world, if you look at the Bavarian Illuminati layout for the planet, then South Africa is part of a sector. The world is divided into sectors. About South Africa as being part of a very unique sector, and that there's specific plans for South Africa. And one of the things that you'll see with regards to South Africa is that the changes will happen here first. We will be ahead of the world with regards to all the tests of multicultures being together, and how they will respond to things like pandemics, lockdowns, etc. And South Africa, I believe, came out flying colors, rejecting most of these things, the citizens, but not the government. The government is hook, line, and sinker enrolled in rolling out the digitization of the world, the fourth industrial revolution, that includes development of data centers, artificial intelligence. Even if they don't have the electricity to do it, there is a very important executive order that US President Donald Trump signed recently with regards to developing nuclear weapons. And I've said in the past that they are totally dependent on most other countries for their nuclear development, whether it is industrial, nuclear usage, military. They are dependent because they cannot produce tritium in their country. Their laws do not allow it, and tritium is necessary for their hydrogen bombs. I can carry on and on. I'm a nuclear expert. I come from the nuclear industry, and because of my background in counterterrorism intelligence, I understand how desperate the US has been to get their hands on things that they need for their nuclear arsenal. And they have not developed nuclear power plants in a very long time, and this has been a political ploy of breaking that country down. And President Donald Trump has signed that executive order that makes it possible for the US to become self-reliant with regards to nuclear. If I was a president of any country, I would do exactly the same thing. But to what end? And this is where the problem comes in. If it means that nuclear, that boosting in the nuclear industry is to power data centers, smart cities, etc., where we will lose our freedom, then we have a problem. So you need to understand that in his executive order, he said that it's because of the development of artificial intelligence. This is why he's doing this. He actually states it right at the beginning. And because they want to be at the head of the development of artificial intelligence. It's interesting that humans will develop something that they know could destroy humanity completely and compete for developing it the fastest. Now, this is the daftest thing that I can ever imagine. My wife attended a meeting organized by the Russian embassy where they said exactly the same thing. Russia wants to be at the forefront of developing artificial intelligence. China wants to be at the forefront of developing artificial intelligence. How about nobody gives a hooting damn about it because we don't need it? We do not need artificial intelligence. This is the transitions from governments running countries to large corporations running countries to a one world leader. And that one world leader needs full-time, constant surveillance, 5th, 7th, and 8th generation technology rolled out to monitor, track, and trace the movement of every single human being on the planet in real time. And I'm not sure that people are ready for these changes. They will support politicians right now that they think are going to be their saving grace. A lot of people have said US President Donald Trump will save the world. They have no idea what they're talking about. They do not understand the deeper picture. But I do. I understand the plan 100%. And I will show you how this will play out in future. And by the year 2030, your head will spin. The fact that we can handle a lot of things doesn't mean that we don't have a breaking point or have a line in the sand, each individual, where we crack and say, this is enough. We have to speak out, stand up, and do something. But will it be too late? Once you've put all the infrastructure in for 5th generation technology, and everyone's moaned and bitched about it, 5th generation technology is nothing compared to 6th and 7th generation, where humans will be integrated with technology. Literally, your brain. This is being planned. Whether you say it's impossible, it'll never happen in Africa, etc. Have you ever considered that as part of this plan, the people that don't want to be a part of this will just be wiped out? That some pandemic will come around or some pathogen that will just get rid of them. Have you ever considered that? And I can tell you that this was discussed in a meeting in 1984 where my father was present. So he said that in future, most of the world's population will be eradicated. And it's planned. Now, I'm not giving you a time frame as to when this will happen. I'm not giving you a time frame as to when the world's fiat currency system will collapse. Because you need massive data centers. You need massive amounts of energy to drive the blockchain. A blockchain that will enslave all of us financially. There will not be a single transaction that you will do that will not be monitored, tracked, and traced in real time. And I don't think people understand this, what this means at this stage. So from 2025 now to 2030, your world is going to change drastically. And I'm asking you, are you ready for this? Are you ready for how your government will sell you out, how you will fight the government, how you will try to get rid of government? Because you will say, well, AI can give me all the answers I need. I don't need government anymore. You are a part of the problem. We need governments that are functional. We need new governmental systems. We need new schooling systems. We need many new systems, because the systems were set up to create the society where humans will destroy themselves. And you need to ask yourself, what side of history will you be on? What I want to ask you is to subscribe to this channel. Click the bell icon so you can get notifications for future videos. Consider becoming a member on this channel or even a channel supporter. There are 5 different membership levels. And in those membership levels, you will find different content that you can go and consume. In the second membership level, we have Exit the Rabbit Hole, Exiting the Money Trap, Exiting the Techno Trap. Go and watch those presentations and learn from them. At the highest level, you can watch all the other levels, and in the interactive level, you can join people from around the world every last Wednesday of the month for a long Zoom session together that I load for that month for you to watch. And on the final membership section, you can watch a more than 7-hour-long 00 Days meeting that I presented on things that I do not discuss openly in public because they are too sensitive. You can go and watch that meeting on that membership level with many of my other presentations. They are all there. What you will also find there are all the workshops that my wife and I have presented. Go through those workshops. Make that a part of your life. Use that knowledge. People, we are in for a shock. And I get shocked each and every time I see the things that I've spoken about come to the fore. It shocks me. It pains me that we are living in this world. I wish I was wrong about everything, but I am not. I understand the plan, and I understand what to look for to see how that plan is progressing, and I will keep you updated as we move along. Subscribe to this channel. Here we do not see race, we do not see color. We are all South Africans and people in the world, and we all need to be able to work together to not just accept that AI is our future, to not just accept that digitization is our future. I have nothing against technology. I use technology all the time. I was trained in the nuclear industry where we use the highest end of technology. The moment governments use that technology to be our masters and control us, I have a huge problem. And we are getting to a tipping point. And from 2030 onwards, it will accelerate even further. But at the moment, the world elites are behind on their plan to implement their 2030 plan, the UN Agenda 2030, where there's 17 sustainable development goals that a lot of people believe are there to save the planet. It is not. It is there to imprison human beings in a smart city system where you have no escape, no life, no choice. Very little in any case. Do you want this for your kids in future? Are we in the southern tip of Africa going to stand up and fight against this absolute mayhem that'll come to our free lives? At the moment, we are extremely free, and that is why the crime rate in this country is sky high. This is why we have murders and rapes left, right, and center. If we can control ourselves and our communities and our societies, not through drones flying around, not through cameras everywhere, not through microphones controlling our every move, not through wearing fifth generation technology where we don't have phones anymore that you can throw in a ditch or in a river or whatever, but where you cannot escape fifth generation technology anymore. This is what government is currently trying to implement everywhere. Do you want to keep on living in a society like that? Because crime is high. What you should rather ask is, why is the crime so high? Why is the government doing nothing about it? It is all part of a meticulous plan. These people have been handpicked to destroy not only South Africa, but every other country's government around the world. It's the only way a one world government can be created, with a one world religion and a one world leader. And we're on our way there. And people like you and me are allowing it. What can we do about this? There's endless things we can do about it. Becoming self-reliant, one of the most important things, wherever you are in the world. Organizing together, like we are and will be continue to do in future. Meeting up with each other, as we have done and will do in future. Discussing how we progress by implementing a plan that cannot be stopped. It takes every individual to do that. Having the 5 things you need for survival: water, food, shelter, energy, and something to keep you sane or feel loved. Make sure you live in a place where you can breathe the air that won't kill you. These are all important things, and you can do this. We can do this. Wherever you live in the world, it is possible, because the onslaught will be great. If you don't believe me right now, subscribe to the channel in any case and get those notifications. You can first pull up your nose at me. Many people have. And then later they come back and say, Desmond, how did you know all these things? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a prophet like many people claim to be, especially on YouTube. I'm not these people. I have real first world knowledge, and that makes the difference. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please share this with as many of your friends and family as you can. And then look out for the next video so that you can stay up to speed with what is important, not the clownery that you see on many other social media platforms. Here, I will give you relevant information. Go and do your own research. Make the information your own. Till the next video.